You work hard. You save where you can. You budget, cut corners, stay disciplined, and still somehow it always feels like you're behind. A refund gets delayed. A bill arrives early. An opportunity shows up, then slips through your fingers. And there's that quiet frustration that builds not loud or dramatic but steady. Like a slow leak you can't quite locate. You look around your home. Everything seems fine. It's clean. You've got routines. You've tried affirmations. You've tried being more positive. And yet, there's this invisible wall between you and the financial ease you know you deserve. That's where this starts, because what if the problem isn't how hard you're working, but how your home is holding that work? I'm not talking about decluttering or minimalism. I'm not here to sell you crystals or candles. This isn't about superstition. This is about energy and the way it either flows through your space or gets stuck in the corners no one ever talks about. In the next few minutes, you'll learn a simple mopping ritual using 4 everyday ingredients that thousands of people have used to shift the energy in their homes. Not to get rich overnight, not to solve everything, but to finally open the door that's been closed for too long. This isn't magic. It's movement. It's choosing to stop pouring effort into a space that quietly drains it. It's realigning your house with the life you're trying so hard to build. Because here's the truth: money doesn't always leave because of mistakes. Sometimes it leaves because the space you live in hasn't learned how to let it stay. Let's change that, starting with the floor under your feet. Number 1. Why money keeps leaving even when you're doing everything right. Why does money keep leaving, even when you're doing everything right? It's a question most people won't say out loud, but they feel it deeply. You save, you plan, you avoid big mistakes. You follow advice, cut unnecessary expenses, and you work hard. Really hard. Yet, the money comes in and almost as quickly it disappears. Not in dramatic ways, it's the subtle stuff, the slow leaks, a last-minute car repair, groceries that suddenly cost more, a friend needing a loan, a minor emergency that throws off your whole week. It doesn't feel like failure. It feels like erosion, quiet, persistent, wearing you down from underneath. And when you sit with it, you start to wonder, what am I missing? What else do I need to fix? Sometimes you blame yourself. Maybe you're not disciplined enough. Maybe you're bad with money. Maybe this is just your fate. But there's something else happening. Something quieter. Something people rarely talk about: the role your home plays in your financial life. Not your job. Not your spending habits. Your physical home, the place you wake up in, walk through, cook in, rest in. That space is not neutral. It holds energy. It holds memories. And over time, it either holds you, or it leaks you. You see, most of us were taught to manage our money, not to manage the energy where that money lives. And it matters. Because money isn't just numbers on a screen or paper in your wallet. It's movement, it's permission, it's safety. And if your home is silently coated with stress, disconnection, or fatigue, money feels it, and it reacts. Think about the weeks when everything feels heavier, when conversations turn tense, when rooms feel cluttered no matter how much you clean. That's not just life, that's energy buildup. Your house absorbing everything you don't have time to process. And guess what? That buildup blocks flow. It blocks the mental clarity you need to make good decisions. It blocks the emotional space you need to believe things can improve. It even blocks the opportunities that are trying to knock at your door but find no place to land. Now pause. Take a breath, look around. Really look, not with judgment, but with quiet honesty. Are there areas in your home that feel stale, heavy, rushed? Is there a corner that hasn't been touched in months? A drawer that holds old paperwork and forgotten bills? That isn't just clutter, it's memory, it's weight, and your nervous system registers it, even if your eyes have learned to ignore it. Some homes hold money like cupped hands. Others spill it like cracked glass. The difference is in how energy is held, moved, and released. And most of us were never taught to read that language. We focus on effort, hustle, strategy. But effort without a supportive space becomes exhaustion. Strategy without clear energy becomes noise. You don't need to fix your budget again. You don't need to hustle harder. You need your space to stop working against you. When the energy in your home is heavy, it mirrors back that weight. You wake up already tired. You avoid certain rooms. You spend more time online trying to escape the atmosphere than actually resting. And slowly, that impacts everything: your timing, your confidence, your belief that money can stay. Because money doesn't just want to visit. It wants a place to land, and it won't stay in a place that feels uncertain. Here's where it gets subtle and powerful. Your house is already telling a story about how you relate to money. the unpaid bills on the dining table, the broken drawer you've been meaning to fix, the dark entryway you never light up. These aren't just details, they're signals. Quiet signatures that tell your space what to expect. And that expectation becomes a pattern. So, no, you're not cursed. You're not unlucky. But you are living in an environment that might be recycling old patterns without your consent. And that's why no matter how hard you work, something feels stuck. Because it is. But here's the grace: stuck doesn't mean broken. It just means unattended. The moment you begin to look at your home not just as shelter, but as a participant in your financial life, everything starts to shift. And no, it doesn't take a remodel. It doesn't take thousands of dollars. Sometimes it takes a mop, a bowl of warm water, and a new way to move through your space with presence. This is where we begin. Not with numbers, not with guilt, but with the floor beneath your feet, with how you move through your own doorway, with how you hold the handle, with whether the air in your home feels like invitation or resistance. The ritual you're about to learn is not a trick. It's a recalibration, a chance to shift the story your house has been holding and to gently tell it a new one. Because when your home learns to hold wealth, you start to believe you can, too. And when belief returns, flow follows. Number 2. Your home mirrors your money whether you realize it or not. Most people think money lives in the bank, or in their job, or in their wallet. But the truth is, money lives in your home. Not just physically, but energetically. And whether you realize it or not, the way your home feels right now is a direct reflection of your financial life. The two are more connected than most people dare to believe. Walk through your front door. What's the first sensation you feel? Is it calm, light, and open? Or is it tight, heavy, slightly rushed? Now go deeper. Look at your kitchen counter, the pile near the stairs, the room you always close the door on when guests come over. Every corner is a conversation you've been having with money, sometimes without words, sometimes without even knowing it. Your home tells a story, one that money can hear, and it listens not to what you say but to how your space holds you. A cluttered dining table isn't just a table, it's an invitation left unanswered. A dark, ignored hallway isn't just bad lighting, it's opportunity passing through a tunnel with no light. A broken drawer in the bedroom, that's not just inconvenience, it's stagnation you've gotten used to. And when stagnation becomes familiar, money starts to stay away, not as punishment, but as a mirror. Because here's the truth that rarely gets said: prosperity doesn't just need effort. It needs readiness, and readiness shows up in space before it shows up in the bank. You can feel the difference. One house feels like a held breath. Another feels like an open window. One feels like survival. The other, expansion. Money chooses the second one not because it's prettier, but because it's receptive. Now think about this: we often upgrade our strategies before we upgrade our environments. We chase courses, budgets, side hustles while our homes quietly echo, "We're still stuck." And energy listens to that echo. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to buy new furniture. You just have to notice what your house is repeating and decide if it's a message you still want to live inside at. Let's go room by room, not as a to-do list, but as a reflection. The front door is the mouth of energy. It's where opportunity enters. If it's blocked, dusty, or heavy, you're unintentionally telling the world, "Not today." Is the handle stiff? Is the mat dirty? Are packages still sitting by the door from last week? These aren't just chores, they're symbols. Would you walk into a job interview through a creaky, ignored entry? Neither would money. The living room is circulation. It shows how freely ideas, emotions, and decisions move in your life. If the coffee table is buried, if the couch is sunken and never used for connection, it reflects stagnation. A space for sharing that's become silent says, money may arrive, but it won't stick around. It won't be exchanged, enjoyed, or honored. The kitchen is digestion of food, of finances, of responsibility. If it's constantly chaotic, or if trash and nourishment live too close together, it sends mixed signals. Are your bills mixed in with grocery receipts? Is the stove clean, or does it hold the residue of stress? The kitchen shows how well you absorb prosperity, how you manage what comes in, and what gets wasted. The bedroom is where rest becomes clarity. If it's cluttered, dim, or filled with unresolved energy, money can't settle. Because prosperity isn't just about gaining more, it's about holding what you have. A messy bed, broken lamp, or dusty corners send one message: even in sleep, this person is overwhelmed. And money avoids where recovery is denied: the bathroom. It's release, drainage. If water flows slowly, if the space is rushed and uncared for, it reflects how you let go or don't. Money, like water, needs clean exit paths. You want to keep the wealth that serves you and release the rest. But if everything drains the same, you can't choose. A clogged sink isn't just plumbing. It's a trapped decision. This isn't about guilt. It's about recognition. Every home holds memory. The bills you kept from a hard year. The chair no one sits in. The item you can't throw away but haven't used in years. And each one adds weight, not just physical, but energetic. You don't have to get rid of everything, but you do have to relate to it. Because money stays where space feels conscious, not accidental. And that brings us to the most powerful truth: your house is not passive. It's responsive. It reflects your patterns back to you. And if those patterns haven't served your finances, your house will quietly keep them alive until you change the tone. That change doesn't require renovation. It requires ritual. A moment of attention turned into motion. You light a candle in the kitchen not for decor, but to shift the mood. You wipe a table not just for dust, but to end a stuck conversation. You open a curtain not just for sunlight, but to welcome clarity. You don't need new things. You need new presence. Because when your space feels seen, it starts to support you. And when your environment holds you well, your choices become lighter. Your timing improves, your doubt softens, and money, which is so sensitive to tension, begins to linger a little longer. So yes, your home mirrors your money. Not just in what you own, but in what you allow. The good news: mirrors don't create, they reflect. And reflection can be changed. All it takes is intention. A hand on the door handle. A moment of pause before tossing bills on the table. A willingness to listen to what your home has been whispering all along. It's not asking you to be perfect. It's asking you to participate, to make space for what you want in the most literal sense. Because when the house shifts, the field shifts. And when the field shifts, prosperity doesn't have to knock twice. Number 3. The mop water formula that opens the flow. There are moments when your home feels heavy even if everything looks fine on the surface. You can clean, light candles, open windows, and still sense something stuck. That's because cleansing isn't always about what you see. It's about what you shift. And sometimes, the shift begins with something as simple as a bowl of water. The mop water formula you're about to learn isn't just for cleaning. It's for unblocking, for inviting, for quietly telling your home it's time to breathe again. This formula uses 4 ingredients. You likely have them in your home already. But when combined with presence and intention, they become a kind of energetic key, one that opens flow where it's been stuck, sometimes for years. 1. Bay leaves, the element of wood. These are more than herbs for soup. In energetic traditions, bay leaves open blocked pathways. They carry the essence of growth, new ideas, unexpected clients, solutions that arrive when you stop forcing. When added to water, they whisper to the corners of your home it's safe to move again. 2. Fresh lemon, wood and water combined. Lemon isn't just for scent. Its acidity cuts through emotional residue. The kind that settles after arguments, financial stress, or quiet anxiety that lingers long after the moment passed. Lemon resets the space. It says the past happened, and it doesn't have to stay. 3. Coarse salt, the earth element. Salt holds. It absorbs what lemon loosens. Financial fatigue, cluttered thinking, stress stored in the walls. Salt anchors. It's what makes the difference between money that visits and money that remains. Without salt, energy is light but unstable. With salt, it can take root. 4. Cinnamon, the fire element. Cinnamon is the invitation. The signal. It turns a neutral space into a magnetic one. When added to warm water, cinnamon says wealth is welcome here. Not chased, not begged, welcomed. When these 4 ingredients are added to warm water and used to mop your home, you're not just cleaning. You're aligning. Bay opens. Lemon clears. Salt stabilizes. Cinnamon attracts. And water carries it all softly, steadily, into the spaces that need it most. This isn't superstition. It's structure. It's about bringing your effort and your environment into the same conversation. Because when they speak the same language, flow returns. And when flow returns, money finds fewer reasons to leave. Number 4. This isn't mopping, it's teaching your home a new frequency. You've mopped floors before. Maybe with vinegar, maybe with scented soap, maybe just with water and a little bit of hope. But what if I told you that how you mop and where you start can quietly shape the energy of your entire home? This isn't about being cleaner. It's about being clearer. Clear in your intention, clear in your direction, clear in what you're asking your house to hold. This isn't mopping. It's teaching your home a new frequency. Because a home, like a body, can hold patterns. Some patterns uplift. others repeat stress. And if your house has been in survival mode for years, absorbing arguments, storing scarcity, echoing anxiety, you can't just scrub the surface and expect it to change. You have to move through it differently. You have to rewrite the rhythm. One stroke at a time. Start at the entrance. Always. This is the mouth of energy where new possibilities enter. Dip your mop or cloth into the warm ritual water you've prepared. Wring it gently. Damp, not dripping. Then clean the threshold, the door frame, the inside handle, and the first few feet inside the home. This is not about being perfect. It's about being present. With each wipe, you're saying, this is a place that welcomes good things. From there, move in one direction clockwise. In energy work, clockwise isn't just tradition. It's consolidation. It gathers. It affirms. You're not pushing energy out. You're drawing it in. Living room next. The heart of circulation. Wipe corners, table surfaces, armrests. Especially corners, energy pools there like leaves at the edge of a river. When you clean those edges, you're saying, flow lives here. The kitchen is digestion. It's where money gets transformed from effort to nourishment. Wipe near the stove, around the sink, anywhere food or bills are stored. These spots are often silent witnesses to worry. You're not just cleaning surfaces. You're giving those surfaces new language. Only what serves this house remains. In the bedrooms, go slow. This is where your nervous system lays down memory. Mop around the bed, along the walking path. Avoid rushing. Your body notices. This is a place for quiet confidence, not urgency. If money worries tend to meet you at night, place your hand on the bed after wiping. Whisper, this is where restoration begins. Bathrooms come next. Here, water exits. So can wealth. Clean slowly around the base of the toilet, the edge of the sink, the floor in front of the shower. You're not just managing hygiene. You're reminding the home only what's complete may leave. Even drains listen to rhythm. A clogged exit tells energy to hold on to what should have passed. A cleared one makes space for the new. End at the farthest point, the backyard, a balcony, or the back hallway. This completes the loop. You've moved from welcome to integration. Now pause. Face inward. Take a single breath. You're not asking the house to change anymore. You're showing it how. Throughout, repeat 3 simple phrases. Softly, or in your chest if someone else is home. 1. I open the way for prosperity. 2. Abundance flows and stays. 3. Only what's complete may leave. These aren't affirmations, they're instructions. Like setting a tone, not making a wish. And here's the secret: your house is always listening. Not to your words, but to your coherence. Your breath, your pace, your consistency. If you rush this ritual, you teach the house to hurry. If you clean with resentment, the walls remember tension. But if you move with grounded attention, the home absorbs that tone. And over time, reflects it back. Most people clean to get something done. This is cleaning to get something aligned. You're not chasing results. You're creating readiness. A home that says, we know how to hold blessings now. And when that becomes the atmosphere, money doesn't just visit. It settles in. So go gently. Don't overthink. Don't worry if you missed a spot. Energy isn't obsessed with perfection. It's drawn to presence. Your job isn't to scrub harder. It's to show up softer. To move like someone who believes the shift has already begun. Because once your home starts learning a new frequency, everything else begins to sound different, too. Number 5. Seal it with fire so prosperity doesn't just visit, but stays. There's a reason every sacred ritual in every culture ends with fire. Fire seals. It transforms. It doesn't ask for permission, it declares. And when you've walked through your home with intention, when you've cleaned, realigned, and spoken new rhythms into the walls, there's one final step: you seal it with fire. Because prosperity isn't a guest. It's a relationship. And relationships require closing loops, not leaving energy open-ended. Take a stick of natural incense. Choose something grounding: cinnamon, sandalwood, or agarwood. Avoid anything synthetic or overpowering. This isn't about scent, it's about signal. Light the tip, let the smoke rise gently, then hold it out in front of you. You're not trying to mask odors. You're trying to stitch a new pattern in place. Start again at the front door. Walk slowly clockwise. Let the smoke drift toward corners, under furniture, across thresholds. Move with intention, not speed. This is not about dousing the house in smoke, it's about tracing an invisible thread through space. Each corner you pass is being told this shift is complete. Each doorway becomes a point of affirmation. This path now holds wealth. When you reach the center of the home or the spot that feels most central, pause. Let the smoke linger. Place one palm over your heart, the other relaxed by your side, and speak slowly: this home is safe. This home is full. This home welcomes wealth. Then say nothing. Let silence finish what words cannot. Because silence isn't emptiness, it's absorption. The way a sponge soaks water, the way soil takes in rain. Let the energy of your house say yes. Let it settle. If you have a little incense left, let it burn out naturally in a safe spot near the entrance or a window. If not, extinguish it respectfully. Don't blow it out. Pinch it softly or press it into sand. Do it like you mean it, like you're closing a chapter. This final act is what helps your space hold the work you've done. Without it, the house might slip back to its old pattern like a river falling back into its worn groove after rain. But with it, the shift becomes memory, and memory becomes a new signature. When prosperity enters a space that knows how to hold it, it stops looking for the next place to go. It stays. It grows. And so do you. Number 6. When wealth starts whispering back, signs to watch for. You may not hear a trumpet. You might not get a lottery check. But if you've done this ritual with presence, don't be surprised if wealth starts whispering back. Not in grand gestures, but in shifts. In softness. In the quiet nudge of something's different. It might start the next morning. You wake up lighter. You don't rush to check your phone. The air feels still, but in a new way. As if the house itself took a long, deep breath and finally exhaled. That's a sign. Maybe a payment you'd been waiting on suddenly clears. An old friend messages out of nowhere. A work opportunity reappears one you'd already written off. These aren't coincidences. They're confirmations. Little flashes of movement in a space that used to feel stuck. Sometimes the sign isn't outside, it's in you. Your chest feels more open. You walk from room to room without bracing. You feel clarity about a next step that had felt foggy for weeks. You send that email. You organize that corner. You reply to that message. And somehow, it all feels easier than it did before. That ease. That's wealth energy beginning to circulate. It's important not to chase these signs. Don't demand a specific number, message, or miracle. This ritual doesn't operate on deadlines. It works on resonance, and resonance builds gradually, like warmth returning to a cold room. When you feel a shift, respond. Do something small but grounded. Write a thank you note. Pay one bill with peace instead of pressure. Sort your wallet. Water your plants. This tells the house, I noticed. I'm ready. And if the signs are quiet, that's okay too. Silence can be a sign of deep work settling in. Think of it like seeds. Just because you don't see the sprout yet doesn't mean the roots aren't growing. The final step isn't action. It's attention. Stay connected to your space. Keep the rhythm. Let your home stay open. Because once wealth starts whispering, the question isn't will it come? The question is, are you listening? Final, if you've made it this far, it means something in you is ready for change, not just on the surface, but at the root. And maybe for the first time, you didn't reach for a solution outside yourself. You looked inward. You looked around. You asked your home to shift with you. What we've explored together isn't a superstition. It's not a trend. It's a quiet science of how space and intention shape reality. Just like sound needs air to travel, prosperity needs space to stay. And your home, when seen, when tended to, becomes more than walls and rooms. It becomes a partner. Every ingredient you used had purpose. Every motion had memory. Every corner you touched was a conversation you rewrote. And now, your house speaks differently. It holds differently. And in doing so, it holds you differently. Will money come overnight? Maybe, maybe not. But something has already arrived. A new tone, a new calm, a new readiness. That is not small. That is not subtle. That is foundation. So if your heart feels softer, if your breath feels longer, if your steps through your own hallway feel just a little more certain, honor that. That's what alignment feels like. That's what flow sounds like. Thank you for being here. For watching, for feeling, for listening, not just to this video, but to your own inner wisdom that told you it's time. Time to hold what you've earned. Time to release what never served you. Time to live in a house that reflects the abundance you're finally ready to claim. May your home stay open. May your steps feel light. May your energy stay clean. And above all, may the prosperity that finds you choose to stay.